What's up, guys? Nick. What's happening, guys? Nick the Informative Fisherman here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Tokyo rig, the punch rig, woo, or the punch shot, should we call it. People ask me, Nick, do I really need to spend $250,000 to buy a Tokyo rig on the internet? Nah, you can make it at home. Let me show you how to slap this together. Let's go. All right, so here you have it. I know what you're thinking. Do I really need one of them fancy doodad weights right there? And the reality is, no, you don't. You could just take two regular weights. If you want to take a 3/4 and a 3/4 and put them together, now you have 1.5 ounces. We're doing some basic math today, kids. Bobber stops and a sweet little pretty split ring. I'm sure nobody has a split ring hanging around at home. Then some big old heavy line. I like to use super durable P-Line CXX in 30 pound. Am I overly critical about what you use? No, go for it. But at least use 25 pound or up to 40. I don't give a crap. Do your thing. But this is what you're going to need. Heavy weight, bobber stops, flipping hook, split ring, and some heavy line. Let's go. So I know what you're thinking right here. Oh my God, he's gonna cut that line. He's gonna cut that line. Oh my God, he cut the line. Yeah, I did. It's all right, I don't need the line. I'm just gonna show you how easy it is to slap it all back together. Not the easiest thing in the world, but it's the easiest thing in the world. So let's just get that out of the way. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 30 pound line and I'm probably gonna cut myself off maybe 3 feet, but I'm gonna leave it attached to the spool to begin with, and I'm gonna show you guys this nifty knot. So bear with me here. I have very shaky hands. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go way up my line, like right in the middle, probably about a foot up, and I'm gonna do an overhand knot. And you may not be able to see this very well. This knot is called a Cray loop knot, in case you wanted to know, and I believe that's C-R-A-Y. So there's that loop right there. And only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attach the hook right now. So I'm gonna put that hook on there, and I'm gonna run that nifty little loop right there, and I'm gonna go right back through that loop like so. So now I have a loop sitting right above my hook. I'm gonna go around my main line here, my main vein. One. Now since I got a lot of line to work with, I'm gonna pinch that in my hand. Maybe 2, 3, 4 times. So we'll go around 3. And it's heavy line. Oh, it's so heavy I can hardly hold it. 4. All right, there we go. We got it. And now I'm gonna go through that loop that we created. I'm gonna hold that loop there, and I'm gonna start to fasten that down. And what this is gonna do, it's going to attach this hook, and let me lube. And I'm gonna fasten that lube and that knot together, just like so. And I'm gonna pull hard. So hard. And I'll hold still, and I'll show you that that hook is now attached to a little tiny loop, and you can kind of fasten it to your length. I like that much. It's probably, the loop's probably twice as big as the diameter of the hook material. That's going to allow that hook to swing freely on that line, to where if it's pulling through vegetation, we can easily go up or down, and it's not fixed on the line like a Palomar knot for a drop shot would be, because your hook's forced to stick out to the side. Therefore, it's going to catch the snot, the grass, the vegetation, the wood, whatever you happen to be flipping or punching through. It needs to hinge on that. All right, so now that we got that hook moving freely on that line right there, we want to make sure to see which way the hook sits naturally, like so. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see it. Now we want to put the bobber stops on the down side of it. Now since this is heavier line, you typically want to use a bigger diameter bobber stop, but these are like for 12 pound line right here. So it's a little harder to yank up, but it also keeps your weights in place a little better. But you can easily break off the wires on the bobber stop if you don't squeeze tight where it's connected at the same time. So I'm going to slide, come on, one up behind the hook there, and I'm going to use two. I like two. Two seems to just hold those weights in place a lot better. Come here, sir. Come here, sir. Come here, sir. Then I'm going to squeeze on both ends, and there we go. Second bobber stop up the line. Like so. Okay, so now you can see we got it like that. The hook's going to hang freely, be able to swing. We got two bobber stops. Now it's time to attach our weight to the situation. So in this case, I use this Miller punch weight, but you can use anything. So for example, I'm going to show you just with a standard flipping weight. Now, I prefer when I'm flipping through any matted vegetation to go to about 1.5 ounces in total. Even though these are 2 3/8, this is strictly for example purposes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slide that up to where it's facing the hook, and I will show you. So that way this is pulling out of the cover, so it's pointed on that end. And this is actually kind of nice because it does make additional noise. Now you can see they're both pointed the opposite direction, but they're sliding around freely, so we got to fix those suckers on there. So this is where I'm going to slide everything up tight. And I like my punch shot to be roughly, I don't know, 4 to 6 inches long in this area. So I'm going to cut just enough to tie that split ring on as my stopper. So I'll show you that. Got to tie it on, cut the tag in. Boom. Drop the weights down there. Drop the weights down to that split ring. Slide your 2 bobber stops down to meet the top of that split ring. There you go. Now you have your fixed little package of weights, your free running hook. Now it's simple. You can adjust your leader length as long as you want. You can either tie that on with like a double uni knot or an FG to your braid, or you could put a barrel swivel right there on top of your line and attach it. But there you go. You have a clear Tokyo rig or punch shot, whatever you want to call it. We've been doing this on the West Coast long before the Tokyo rig ever came out. The hook swings freely. Your package will follow those weights directly through the mat and slip right through. Very easy, heavy duty. You don't need nothing expensive. You can do this with the tackle you already have. Go catch some fish, guys. I'll show you a dandy that I caught on this exact rig. This is a really fun, easy setup to do. It's definitely worthwhile. Traditional punching is great, makes a lot of noise, but following up or having your co-angler fish this setup right behind you can catch a whole lot more extra fish. If you're saying I'm one of those guys that doesn't punch the Tokyo rig, there's a fast, efficient way to fish a heavy duty drop shot on bait casting gear. If you want to hoist them out of some timber or something instead, it's going to also work very well. Now whatever you do, don't follow me on any of the popular social media channels at Informative Fisherman. Thanks for watching. Let's go!